People, this is Link from link-s.net. Welcome to Webinarloop. It's an amazing, really wonderful product from Cyril Gupta. You know what? Anybody who wanted to sell a high-ticket product, or it doesn't matter which product or services, you definitely need for the audience to understand what the product is. If they're launching a product or giving an upgrade of the product, somebody needs to actually give them a demo or a glimpse of what that product does. You certainly need to have webinars for that. You definitely can't just put all that information to a YouTube video just like that and just go on to start selling products online. Or it doesn't matter which product, if it's an offline or online, you certainly have to have that webinar presence. If you agree with that, stick with me because this product which I actually have with me, the Webinarloop, is going to help you in getting that access to a new world of webinars where you can create, share, and spread your wings with this product, which is going to give you access to a lot of new leads, which will help you convert them as sales and everlasting customers because you're going to actually reach out to them. People will listen to you. It doesn't matter live or automated or on demand. These webinars give them an option to interact one-on-one with the person who understands their pain. It doesn't matter which product or services they're trying to actually reach out to. This has a side window which gives them more access to their customers or new leads which is going to come in for the business. With that said, I am in the members area of the Webinarloop, which is going to look like this: the dashboard, the autoresponders, the settings, and its reports. It's all blank at this point of time because I had the access at this point right now, but I'm going to give you an in-depth analysis of this product in this video, and will actually give you a difference in the price points of the current webinar softwares that you have in the market, and what's the advantage of buying Webinarloop, which will give you a lifetime access to the softwares with the upgrades as well. And that's really an interesting price points for those upgrades as well. This is really a good product which you definitely need to have. Anybody as an online marketer who wanted to sell product or services to their audience, they need to actually have webinars on their arsenal. Yeah. With that said, let's actually dive into my bonus page, which I actually have this link posted on the description of this YouTube video. You will find that link and you can have access to that link, which gives you access to this page, which is the bonus page of mine, which gives out the detailed information of the feature set of the product. And when you click on get instant access for the Webinarloop, you will reach the sales page of the product. By clicking on this, this will actually reach to the JVZoo's checkout page. You can make the payment through PayPal or you using your credit card. Okay, so this is the interaction that you need to go through. The link will be available on the YouTube description of this video. Click on that link, you will reach this page, which is my bonus page which I put together for the product, and those bonuses will be available on the members area of on the purchase of this product. Okay, when you buy Webinarloop, you will have access to those products under your purchase receipt of JVZoo. You will have access to all those bonuses inside your members area. Okay, with that said, let's actually dive into the feature set of the product, which has high speed delivery at the top quality without any lags, because thanks to YouTube infra, because all those possible of YouTube's API to host their live events. You can run an automated scheduled webinars with the pre-recorded video and chats, 100% customizable sign-up pages, which is an opt-in page for receiving emails for the webinar, and you can send out automated webinar email reminders, embeddable sign-up forms which you can put in your own landing pages or emails. You have a customizable call to action on the webinar page as well. So webinar page, say for example, if the duration of 59 minutes when the sales pitch happens, you certainly see a call to actions to buy or click to learn more, on the sales page or on, which will reach them to the sales page to purchase the product or services which they're referring to on the webinar. So that's possible. Also, I have seen that the possibility of enabling the registration tracking link on the Google opt-in, which are those are the tags which you can actually put it on the opt-in pages. Also, the conversion pixel can also be added or pasted inside the webinar loop as well. So that those are possible features which you need to have in running the webinar link. So the first is the offer which you need to have in place. Also the opt-in pages which you need to create, which is possible inside the webinar loop. You have your autoresponders which can set reminders to your audience to come back to the webinars. You can host those videos on YouTube, and even the different formats can be actually done. Even Vimeo videos can also be hosted as well, which means you will not have any lag of when there are more audience which actually come into the webinar. And you also have multiple time schedules which you can set it for your webinar as well. So that those are possible on Webinarloop, which I'm really impressed about it. Let's be honest, all right. When you look at it, when you just check the price points, which I just looked at it, Webinar Jam is, if you look at the basic version of the webinar software, which is about $499 per year, and you have $699 for professional, enterprise for $999. These are Webinar Jam's price points. And there's another software which is Webinar Ninja, which is $39 per month, $79 per month, $129 per month, and $199 per month. And there is another one which is Livestream, which has different price points, which I really is not appealing for me. When you look at the price points here for the webinar loop, I'm really impressed because the front end of the product is actually available for $37, which is a downsell, and the front end product is $67, and you actually have the webinar loop pro, which is $97, and you also have a pro trial version for $1, and later it's $97 of downsell. And you also have the agency version of $127. Okay, let me describe what that pro upgrade number one is for $97. You can support 15 webinars, and you have a commercial license which you can actually put that as a service where you can do it for your clients, and a permission to run webinars for others. You have opt-in on any website, which means you will actually have your HTML code which you can actually take from the webinar loop, host it on your website for your opt-in pages. So that is possible under Webinar Pro upgrade. And you also have 2 years of free upgrade, ready-made sales pages to recruit email marketing customers. Yeah, so that is really possible for the webinar loop. Okay, the second one is a webinar loop agency, which is $127, when you can actually sell this product as your own, and you can which means you can create multiple accounts under your account, which you can sell those accounts as under agency rights to your clients. So with that means whatever you're actually putting a price point on for those accounts, you would be able to actually have all your profits for yourself. That's Webinar Loop Agency, which is $127. This is one amazing possibility of getting returns from this product. This is definitely a no-brainer that you need to get. Webinar template pack, which is about 10 templates for $127. I certainly feel it's not that pricey. You have to get as a package. And you also have ads to list pro plus leads to list pro. I think these are the two softwares which will be given as a bonus for the product, I believe. Let's actually get to the bonus section. Okay. Okay, just hold on a minute. Okay, the bonus number one is WP copy sites, which is move articles and pages from one site to another, which is a plugin which you can choose to use on WordPress. Pingergy, which is actually push your blog article to search engines to get ranked for ranking, and Tube Inspect for your YouTube profits on fire with custom ads and opt-ins for your YouTube videos. And you have Social Media Genie, which will actually going to help you to give a compilation for get better engagement for your marketing efforts on Facebook. You have Auto Articles Wizard, which is going to create you articles automatically, which you don't need to write all by yourself. List Mail Jeet is again a desktop software which you can actually install on your desktop to send out job emails, which is a marketing email which you're going to send automatically instead of you writing on your own. Keywords Gold Mine Jeet is again ranking videos on Google and making organic leads more. Okay, so those are the products which you can actually get as a bonus for the product on purchasing this product. Okay, as I was actually saying, these are the products that you actually get for $67, which will actually help you to create more leads quickly from your Facebook and Google ads. That gets added to the Webinarloop directly, which will allow you your leads to actually look at the webinars, and post which you will have the purchase on top of the product. So that's exactly what Ads to Leads Pro, or Leads to List Pro is about, which costs $67, which will help you to get leads from Facebook using Facebook ads. That gets added to your autoresponders. Possibly that will help you to send out emails about the webinar. From there, you will be able to actually have the products or services which can be pitched in on the webinar. So this is definitely a way to actually create a super funnel on the product. So that's the pricing point. So when you looked at the pricing point of $419.99 or $699 per year, these price points are really an advantage for anybody who wanted to actually make money online, who have product or services on their hand, maybe an affiliate product or their product of their own. This definitely makes sense because you can actually set up automated webinars which runs in loops for your leads and services. When you set up your Facebook and YouTube videos on top, YouTube advertising on top of that, when you have more leads coming in, and this will actually run completely on autopilot, which will help you to make money online and promote your products as quickly as possible. Okay, so with that said, as this product actually got launched on 19th of August on 10 a.m. Eastern. So this is available right now on JVZoo, and you actually have a possibility of buying this product using my link on the description of this YouTube video, which will actually direct you to the sales page. When you click on any of the red buttons, which is on my bonus page, which you actually have. Okay, so the blue buttons which actually says get instant access to Webinarloop, this will take you to the sales page of the product, which will actually allow you to make the payment using your PayPal account or your credit card on the JVZoo's page. Okay, so with that said, that wraps up the pricing point discussion, or the differences of the upsells. Let's actually dive into the important part of the video, which is the review of the product. Okay, so I'm in the dashboard of the product. You actually have this analytics about your webinars and how much is the available webinars active and unique registrants on the webinar, and you have total and unique attendees as well. Registrants and the attendees, you have the difference. You will be able to make out on this analytics. Okay, and you can create a webinar. I will possibly do it right away. The webinar title, let's actually say the first $1 million product. $1 million product. a quick and easy way to generate leads and sales using Facebook ads. Yeah. So doing that, let's actually create the webinar. Let's actually check if this is available. Yes, it is available, and we have created a webinar subdomain under webinarloop.n, and we are creating the webinar. Yeah. Okay, so this is a dashboard which actually gives you on creating the product, so you can actually schedule the webinar or on demand, or we can actually have a live webinar as well. Okay, so you will be on live with your audience on promoting the product on a specific time. You can also have the videos, the URLs. So this is again the URL which you may want to actually use as a main video of the webinar. You can actually host the Vimeo video right here, which is going to be the webinar video. Automatically that actually drives up the video length of the product. Okay, and you have the schedule. Say you, if you wanted to actually run on the multiple times of a different time zone. So for me, I either keep it central zone or eastern. That's exactly what I would do. So for this example, I will keep it on the central time, which is Los Angeles. So I'll just add this. Say I really wanted to edit. Again, I should actually keep it, say, on the future dates, which is 21st. Add them. So the two entries which gets added, press enter. So what I'll do is I'll add the press enter. Okay, so this email will be sent to them, and they would have to actually accept it in order to actually get added to the presenter. Okay, that's really amazing for someone to actually have a privilege of knowing that there is an invitation which is sent from this application instead of a separate email goes out. So I certainly feel the uh, the product creator, Mr. Cyril, has actually put in a lot of effort in understanding all the features and functionalities of the product, and there is always an interaction between different loops. So he has thought about this to give a better product to the market. You can also set up layouts for your webinar page. Let's actually see preview. I think this is really a powerful page builder for your webinars, and you can have your standard minimalistic and professional player template. Let's actually see how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks, and you have the presenter. It looks pretty professional, and you have the thank you page, send URL to, and you have the thank you page as well. So I think this is possible. So after which you actually have the thank you page. You have the call to action. Say there is a sales page which you're actually going to put at the end of the product webinar, and you can actually enable it, create a heading, and you can have a call to text, and you can put the sales page URL here on the button link. Say get this $1 million product now. Say you can actually put a link, which right now is Google, show it after, say, 1 hour, 15 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you just look at this time, this is actually the sales pitch time, where you will actually have a button which gets enabled as get this product, $1 million product now. So that will actually help you to say continue having this button as well. So we can enable it. Sales pitch, sales product from Facebook ad campaigns. Don't miss it. Yep. So that's how I see it. So that's a call to action at the end of a webinar. So you can also have the automated chat functionality where you can have the chat enabled, and you can set this on a timer specifically during the webinar. So those recorded chats can actually play automatically when you have that enabled. You can have the emails set up. This is really good to have your SMTP enabled. Choose an SMTP, but that gets updated on the SMTP settings here. When you have the settings updated, you will have multiple SMTPs. So if you're actually running multiple product campaigns using your webinar, you might actually have different websites for different products, and possibly you might have different SMTPs to send out emails for your webinars. So with that case, you will have multiple SMTPs you can choose for a specific webinar, and you can customize on top of it. So you can start creating email campaigns for your registered users. So create a new email and choose what you want to send. So which means you can start sending multiple emails, and you can also have scheduled emails for the reminder for your webinar. Also, you have access to sending out the SMSs as well. You can enable or integrate Twilio, which is going to be your SMS autoresponder, which you can integrate with the Webinarloop application. All right, and you also have the autoresponder where you can actually integrate autoresponders. I certainly see there are multiple autoresponders which you can actually integrate it to. The most important aspect of campaigns is in updating their tracking pixel from Google or Facebook, and also conversion pixel for retargeting as well. So these can actually get updated on the webinar room on before, so that's really possible on the webinar room page. And you also have the tracking, which can also get updated on the webinar's registration page. So this is the live room page, which you need to actually set up the conversion pixel to for retargeting, and you also have the visitor tracking for your webinar registration page as well. So that really helps you to actually get the retargeting done for your webinar, which you are actually trying to set the product pricing or the product marketing for. For recruitment, you can also have multiple API option, or you can have the opt-in code, which you can put it on your website, which is really easy to do that. And you have your attendees list, the list of attendees, which you can actually get, or you can export it to your CSV for again continuous marketing integration. You will have the leads to list or ads to list integration, which is the last upsell which you have seen earlier. So I think these codes can actually be put back uh, on the adapter, which will actually give you an option to get the easy update of anybody who clicks on the Facebook ad will have an option to get auto registered as your attendee for this webinar. So these are definitely an amazing product. You can have the autoresponders added. If you just look at it, I really see a lot of autoresponders which you can integrate it to through. So most probably it's GetResponse or MailChimp, even GoToWebinar as well. So SendLane, MadMe. So these are the possibilities, and you have the email integration and SMS integration with these two settings. So let's actually go into it, and let's have, so this is a form which you need to actually fill in, and you get this information either from your hosting company or your SMTP provider which you have access to. That's possible. And let's actually dive into the Twilio's API integration form, which you can set it up, and you have the SID from the vendor, which is Twilio, which you need to sign up with them. You will actually get the unique number, an account for all this possible. So I certainly feel Webinar Loop is definitely a wonderful product for someone who is actually putting a lot of effort in marketing their product and building their sales funnel for your product or services. This is going to actually help them in build their email list. Also have a bigger loop of reaching out to the customers with their autoresponders, creating emails, sending out SMSs with using Twilio. With the reminders, even if somebody has registered and not actually turned up for the webinar, we should definitely be able to actually send out reminders to the replay page as well, which they can actually come in and they can actually get their webinars running. So it is definitely a time saver for a lot of people who take weeks to actually set up webinars. This is definitely no brainer to get this product. I really appreciate Cyril to put this product as to the market, which is really going to help a lot of marketers or anybody who holds product or services which would love to reach new audiences using webinar, because that's the next generation and I certainly believe in it. Okay, with that said, please look into my bonus page, which there is a link in the video. There is a description whether you have the first link, which I'm going to update that. Just click on that link, you will actually reach the sales page. Check the product to get the instant access. That will help you to buy this product, and the bonuses which is listed as well on my bonus page, which will be available on the members area of Webinarloop. You also have access to all the upsells which have discussed about it much earlier. I certainly feel you need to have the the upgrade version, the pro version, which will have unlimited access to your product, and also the upgrade for the next 2 years, which is going to be lovely. And you have the agency access, which you can actually sell. You can create accounts for your clients and sell all those user credentials, which you will actually put that as an agency. Where you will have all the profits for yourself, which with that price point. So that being said, people would really love it. Thank you so much for listening. Webinarloop is the next generation webinar software that's ever created. Thanks so much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Cheers.